Hi, this is Mr. Ward, and this is a video key for Do Now 35.1. And we're going to consider this circly thing, which I am sorry it got cut off, but understand that it does continue down here like this, and that this shaded zone continues here as well. So we're trying to figure out the area of this shaded part of this object. So this stuff here. Okay. And of course, the circle continues like that too. So we want to come up with an approach to finding the area of the shaded part. Okay, so a useful thing to consider is that there are 6 circles. The diameter of this thing is 3 circles across, which means that the radius of the overall thing is 3 radii long, if we consider the small circles. Okay. And if we went from here to here, we would actually be cutting the circle. If we just drew diameters through all of these circles, we would cut our circle into 6 parts. So this wedge of this circle is 1/6 of the overall wedge. So that means that this is, of course, a 60-degree wedge. Okay, so we can say that we overall are going to need, so if we were just finding the shading, if all of this wedge were shaded, we would be looking for 1/6 of the big circle. And then we're going to subtract from that. We're going to need to subtract. Actually, we can start off, let me back up. Okay, I'm going to back up and offer a different approach. So we could do 1/6 of the big circle, and then we'd have to subtract these wedges. So that's 1/6 of a small circle, 1/6, and then there are 2 halves of the small circles there. Okay, so 1/6 plus 1 whole of the small circle. So that's a way to approach it. Another way to approach it is just to figure out the big circle area minus the 7. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 small circles. Okay, and then just divide it by 6, since the whole thing this is just a 1/6 wedge that we care about. If these were all shaded, then they would all be equal little hourglassy things. So we only want 1/6, one of the 6 of these little hourglassy things. So we'll divide the whole thing by 6. Okay, now let's consider what that means. So the big circle is going to be 3 radii. So that's going to be pi times 3r squared. And the small circles are pi r squared. Made a little face. Okay, so 7 pi r squared all over 6. So let's work out what this is. This is going to be this is going to be 9 pi r squared. Okay, and that's going to be minus 7 pi r squared. So that's 2 pi r squared all over 6. So 2 pi r squared over 6. We can simplify some more. 2 pi r squared over 6. And look what we get. We get 1/3 pi r squared. So pi r squared over 3 is the area of this little bit right here. So now we have been given a measurement that the radius of one of the small circles is 1 unit. Since we use the radius of the small circles already, we can just replace r as the radius. We can replace that with 1. So our answer ends up being pi over 3. units squared. And that is that.